Hello. Yes, welcome back to Dr. Noor Seedo Jahan channel. So, you're exploring the world of business management with Dr. Noor. So, today we are here to discuss about the chapter 3 of our course. So, successfully we have done 2 chapters. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm really happy some of you write comments to me that really motivates me to go ahead and give my best. So, in continuation to that, today I am here to launch the chapter 3, very important chapter that is called as organizing. Organizing also we'll be doing it in different parts. Maybe I need 6 to 7 parts, correct, full organizing to complete that. I'll be needing 7 parts. The organizing chapter will be taught to you, but each and everything about organizing we will be completing here. The very important function of management. Hope you remember the functions of management, right? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. So today the first function, planning, we did it in detail. Some 7 videos we have done that. Then today I'm starting with the second chapter, that is organizing. Correct? The first part of organizing. That's the second function of management. Yes. Before we start organizing, so let me tell you, let me ask you something. Have you subscribed to my channel? No? Please do it right now. And please, have you watched my previous videos? Please watch all my videos. Correct principles of management is correct playlist of mine where all videos are being there. So please watch all my previous videos. Please like my videos and share my videos to others so that everyone learn the skill of management and lead their life systematically. And students, those who are writing exam, will definitely score the best mark after attending my classes through my channel. So, welcome back to my channel and let us continue with the third chapter, organizing. Yes, as I told you, organizing is correct nothing but the second function of management, correct. And the topic what we discuss here is, we'll see organizing as a management function, then what are the major type of organizational structures, and what is the new development in organizations, and what are the trends in workplace. So these are the various topics. I'll be discussing it maybe in next 7 to 8 videos. Only organizing I'll be teaching you in detail, correct. Yes. So I told you organizing is a second function in management. So I thought, you must have forgotten, correct, the very first, the second video of mine where I taught you the functions of management. You must have forgotten. So just to briefly summarize it, I've just given the 4 functions of management here. First one is planning. We've done it in detail. The organizing is second function of management, which creates structures and divide up the work. Correct? It creates, basically organizing is all about dividing the work, arranging the resources, and coordinating the activities. So organizing, whatever plan you do, the plan gets implemented only through organizing. If you can't organize, plans will remain as it is. As I told you, correct, earlier classes also, for example, you are planning to go for a picnic. Correct? Now you have a plan. Plan will remain plan if you don't organize it. You have to organize it. So only if you organize, your plan will get implemented. So that is what is the second function of management, organizing. Once organizing is done, then comes your leading, then comes your controlling. So that's how these 4 functions plays a very important role. So what is organizing? When you say organizing your students, I want you to understand here. Most of, for example, I say office also we use the term as organization. In school also we use the term organization. Hope you remember. And maybe a church, we say it is organization. Mosque, temple, we say it is an organization. Or you have a, correct, or if you have a charity institution, that also we say organization. What then? What is, ma'am? We are telling organization is second function of management, but for church also they will call it as organization, ma'am. So what is organization? You may ask me. So simple meaning of organization is the group of people. Correct? There are different ways to understand organization, but very simple thing is group of people. When we see church, there's a group of people, so it is called as organization. Charity organization, they have a group of people, so it is called a charity organization. Please understand, there's a trust which manages your college, so there's a group of people managing that, so it's an organization. So temple is managed by a trust. There are a group of people. So it is called as organization. So the term organization is used in many ways. It means different things to different people. But currently, these are the terms which have been used. Very common term is a group of people united by a common goal. The group of people who are running the church have got the common goal of managing the church to be the number one church in India. So that is what they have, a common goal, making the church as prominent one. Or you are working for a college, correct? And you have and college have a goal to be the premier institute in management education, to be a premier institute in management education. If that's your goal, 100 people working towards goal, then it is called as organization. So the simple meaning of organization is a group of people united by a common purpose is called as organization. Then organization could be a group of people, or more formalized is, I told you, trust. Group together can come up with a trust. So it is called as entity. So if trust is an entity, an ongoing business unit engaged in utilizing resources to create a result. Then third one, structure of relationship between various positions in an enterprise. So see, the first one is group of people having a common goal. Second one is entity for using all its resources for a particular result. Third one is it's a relationship between various positions in the organization. In the organization, you have CEO, then you have departmental head, then you have lower level people. All of them together work towards a common thing. This hierarchy can also be called as organization. In a process by which an employee, facilities, and tasks are related to each other with a view to achieve a specific goal. So very important for organizing is group of people should be there, and purpose should be there, and resources should be there. These three things are there, then organization task can be achieved very easily. So that is why organization is seen as a management function. So organizing is a very important managerial function. The planning focuses on what to do. Planning tells you what to do. Organizing tells you how to do it. You want to go for a picnic, fine, but how you want to go? Where you want to go? That is organizing. Hence, rather than planning correctly, hence after planning, manager will start organizing. After planning, manager will start organizing the deployment of organization resources to achieve a goal. Deployment of resources is reflected in division of labor based on specialization. Then formalization of authority. Authority I told you. Correct. Division of labor I have explained you. So the division of labor is based on specialization. And authorities power, empowering people to do the job. That's very important to achieve organization task. Now, there's one more term we should understand here. One is organizing, I explained you. The one more term what you have is organization structure. You may ask me, ma'am, what is organization structure? What is the difference between these two? Commonly they will ask, most of the people will have this problem. Organizing, organization structure, what difference is that? So organizing, as I told you students very clearly, the process of arranging people and other resources. The process of arranging people and other resources to accomplish a goal is called as organizing. The process, I'll repeat, the process of arranging people and other resources to work together to accomplish a goal is called as organizing. Then what is organization structure? The system of tasks, workflows, right? Whatever work I have, workflows, reporting relationship, communication challenge, the link together, the diverse individual and group is called as structure. So organizing is a group of people, anywhere they are working together is organizing. But when group of people, I put them in hierarchy. For example, your group leader. Under group leader, I have this manager. Under manager, assistant manager. Correct? Under assistant manager, executives. If I'm putting like this, then there's a hierarchy now, correct? And worker cannot talk directly to the boss. He have to first speak to his immediate boss. He in turn will talk to him. A relationship is formed between top to down. That is called as organization structure. When a group of people are researchers, you're putting it in a structure, then it becomes organization structure. So it's a system of tasks, workflow from top to down or bottom to up. Then reporting relationship, it tells me whom I have to report, correct? And it tells me communication channel, how information is passed on, correct? When you link the different individual into a well coordinated way, or you provide a link, a hierarchy, then it is called as organization structure. So these are the difference between organizing and organization structure. Hope you are able to follow that. Yes, did you get the difference between organizing and organization structure? With that, let me take you to the next topic that's very important, that is called as organizing process. Now all of you have decided to have a picnic, so you are very much excited. Now organizing picnic planning is over, but organizing a picnic is very important. So you may ask me, ma'am, how to organize? You teach us, correct? I'll teach you how to organize a picnic now. Yes, organizing process consists of 5 steps. So I'm teaching you the very important topic. 10 marks or 8 marks they'll ask these questions. That is organizing process are steps involved in organizing. That's for examination point of view. Other than that, in your personal life also, if you want to organize some function, correct, then you should know how you have to organize it. Let me give picnic. I think last class I've given you the example. Today let me give you an example of function. Your function at home. For example, your housewarming ceremony is there. You wanted to organize that in a most beautiful way. Let me teach you how to organize your housewarming ceremony here. Yes. First thing is identify the work. The first step in organizing is identifying the work. Sit and write down in housewarming ceremony what are the activities which will be there. First activity, you have to do a puja, correct? So you have to decide what all the things to be done in puja, correct? Then that will be one. Then you have to invite the guests, correct? Then you have to make arrangement when the guests come. So where they sit, where they park their vehicle, you have to arrange that. And the lunch, some refreshment should be arranged for the people, correct? Then you have to meet the guests. You have to show them your house. So all these things you have to do. That is what is called as identifying work. You have identified the work? Yes, very good. Then group the work activities are tasks. Individual activities you have written, like puja has to be performed, then guests to be invited, refreshment for the lunch, correct, or correct, for the guests to be arranged. The next one is showing the house to people whoever visits. So these 5 things to be done. Now what I'll do is 5 things. I don't have 5 people to allocate. I have only 2 children whom I can allocate it. So that is why all 5 things I'll group these activities. How will I group, you may ask me, right? I'll group the activities like this. Say I am there and my 2 children are there. 3 of us have to organize the housewarming function. So I'll tell my children, look, the puja related thing, maybe buying the material for puja or inviting the priest to do puja, I'll take care. So that one type of work I will do it. The next type of work, I'll call my son. I'll tell him, you please take care of complete task of inviting guests, then receiving them and showing them house. All related to guest it is. So you please take care of it. From entry to the exit of the guest, you are in charge. Then I will call my daughter. I'll tell her, look, now your turn. What you have to do now here is very clear. So you have to take care of food. As soon as people come, some welcome drink to be given, and after the puja, they should have, if it is morning time, then breakfast to be arranged. If it is afternoon time, the food has to be arranged. You please take care of it. So the first step, I identify the work. Then the second step, I group the work. I group the activities among all 3 of us. Only 3 of us were there. So 3 of us, we shared the work. So very good. We have done that. That's the second step is over. Then the third step is establishing the authority relationship among people and assigning the tasks to the people. So I have grouped the activities. Priest related, puja related one aspect, then guest related one aspect, lunch related one aspect. Now, for puja, I am taking care. For guests, my son is taking care. And for lunch, my daughter is taking care. So things are very much clear now. So now I have to give them power. So that is what is called as establishing authority relationship. I'll call my daughter and tell, see, tomorrow itself you go to the cafeteria people and you check them how much money is required for booking, what menu should be there, food menu, and how much it will cost. You please tell me, I will give you the money. I am authorizing you to spend that money. Authority is power. Passing on power to the individual is called as authority. Without authority, people will not do anything. So I will call my daughter, I'll tell you, do this, I'm paying you this much of money. You please take care. I call my son and say, make the list of guests whom you want to invite, and you have to travel around to invite them. So how much money you need? Correct? You have to go around them, what facilities you want. Correct? You please let me know your budget. So I'm giving them authority and telling them very clearly your relationship is, both of you are reporting to me. Every day you have to tell me what you have done. And next 1 week we have our housewarming function, and it should happen nicely. So this is how the work is allocated. So that is what is the third step is done. I have given the authority relationship and I have assigned the task to the people. Then the fourth one is delegating authority. I have given them the power. I told my daughter to spend money, let me know the budget, and given the power to spend money. I called my son and gave him power to spend the money. I took the power to identify the priest and bring the best priest for our puja and give him in charge for conducting the puja. So delegation of authority. I have given power to all three of the people to do their task properly. That is what is called as delegation of authority. Then the last function or last step in organizing is providing for coordination and control. Now I am doing something differently. Then my son is doing differently. My daughter is doing differently. All of us should coordinate. That means I am telling them, evening you have to let me know what you are doing. All three of us will let each other what we have done. So that if someone is lagging behind, we can just step in there and try to help them to solve the problem. So providing, that is what is called as linking. Coordinating is linking. I am linking all three of us tasks and I am controlling the task, because every evening they are coming and telling me whether they are doing the task or not. If they are not doing it, I will step in and I will do the job, because housewarming function should happen nicely. I cannot take it for granted, and I have given them the power, they should do it. If they are not doing it, I should be able to do it on my own. So I cannot wait other people to tell me what I have to do. So that is why as a manager also, I have to provide coordination, I have to link all the functions, at the same time I have to control the function. So that all of us have shared our work and our housewarming function. All three of us will perform our role properly. The best housewarming function can be organized. If I don't organize, if I don't follow these steps, then my organizing will be so pathetic. So at the end of the day, housewarming function will keep, and we don't allocate work to anyone. I am doing alone everything. So I'll forget to place an order for food, or I forget to invite some of the guests, or I forget to invite priest itself, and it will be so pathetic. Guests will come, no one is there to take care of them, and guests will have bad experience, and they go back very much dissatisfied. All this will happen if you don't organize it well. That is why if you follow these steps, your organizing will be very good. So hope you always remember the housewarming example given by me to make you understand the process of organizing. Hope you follow this step anytime at the home. Whenever you are organizing something, follow this and organize the events very easily. And now new career have come up, that is event management. So event management is all about this. This whole organizing, if you can do well, you can manage any event. Housewarming was event. If I am not good enough, I can call one event manager to do for me. Right? So event management is that. You have new career opportunities also there. So please, hope you understood how to organize it. So I'll just summarize it. So identifying the work, then grouping the work, then delegating, assigning the task to the people, then delegating authority, and providing coordination and control. With these 5 steps, you can successfully organize all the events. Hope you understood today's class, the meaning and definition of organization, then organization structure and process of organization. So if you like my video, please like my video and share my videos to your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Yes, that's all today. I'll see you in the next session of mine. We'll be discussing the second part of organizing. Till then, take care.